Everyone thinks the AI revolution is happening here, inside a chat box, inside an app, inside a piece of software. But that is the biggest misunderstanding about AI, because the most important AI battle in the world is happening somewhere most people will never see. Not in Silicon Valley offices, not on social media, not inside a computer screen. It is happening inside enormous buildings, in places most people have never heard of, where companies are fighting over something far more basic than intelligence, something humans have fought over for thousands of years: energy. Here's the strange part. The smartest AI model in the world could exist tomorrow and still fail. Not because the technology doesn't work, not because people don't want it, but because there might not be enough of one thing to run it. And almost nobody is talking about it. Think about this. For 30 years, we were told the future would become invisible. The internet would be everywhere. The cloud would replace physical things. Technology would become lighter, smaller, almost magical. But AI is doing something completely unexpected. It is dragging technology back to Earth, back to buildings, back to factories, back to power plants. Because every answer an AI gives you has a physical cost. Every image generated, every video created, every question answered. Somewhere, machines are working, fans are spinning, electricity is flowing, heat is being removed. The future of AI is being built by people who install cables, build substations, manufacture cooling systems, and connect power grids. People most of us have never heard of. And here's the part that sounds almost impossible. The next company to dominate AI might not be the company with the smartest chatbot. It might be the company that controls something much less exciting. A piece of equipment most people couldn't recognize if they saw it. A transformer. Because without transformers, without power infrastructure, without electricity, the world's most advanced AI chips are just expensive pieces of metal sitting in a warehouse. And this creates a strange situation. The biggest technology companies on Earth, the companies that created software used by billions of people, are now behaving less like software companies and more like energy companies. They are searching for land. They are negotiating for electricity. They are looking at nuclear power. They are building giant facilities that consume resources on a scale usually associated with cities. And the craziest part? Some of the most important places in the AI race are not famous technology hubs. They are places you probably cannot name. A quiet area outside Washington, D.C., a town in Texas, a former industrial location, places that suddenly became valuable because they had one thing: the ability to power the future. There is one location that reveals just how strange this new AI race has become. A place that looks like a collection of boring warehouses, but quietly became one of the most important pieces of internet infrastructure on Earth. Most people have never heard of it, but chances are you have used it. When people imagine the companies winning the AI race, they imagine screens. They imagine engineers writing code. They imagine smarter algorithms. They imagine a battle between chatbots. But behind every AI answer, there is another battle happening. A battle most people never see. Because AI is not just software. It is an industrial machine. And the biggest technology companies on Earth are discovering something surprising. To win the future, they need to build the physical world first. Take Microsoft. Most people still think of Microsoft as the company behind Windows and Office, but its AI ambitions have transformed the company into something very different. Microsoft is no longer just creating tools people use. It is building the infrastructure that allows AI tools to exist. Every time millions of people use AI services, somewhere behind the scenes, massive computing systems are working. Thousands of specialized chips, complex cooling systems, huge networks connecting machines together, and all of that needs somewhere to live. The race for AI is also a race to build enough places where AI can physically exist. Now look at Amazon. Most people know Amazon because a package arrives at their door. But the hidden giant inside Amazon is AWS. Amazon Web Services, the invisible layer underneath much of the modern internet. Your favorite apps, companies storing their data, businesses running online services. Many of them depend on cloud infrastructure. And now AI is pushing that infrastructure to an entirely new level. For decades, technology companies tried to make the world more digital. Now AI is forcing them to become more physical. They need more buildings, more land, more fiber connections, more electrical equipment, and more cooling. More everything. Google saw this coming years ago. The company has spent decades building some of the world's most advanced data centers because search, YouTube, and cloud computing all depend on enormous amounts of computing power. Now AI is accelerating that demand. But there is a hidden problem. Making a better AI model is not enough. You can create the smartest system in the world, but if you don't have the infrastructure to run it, it stays trapped in a laboratory. Think about it like this. Imagine someone builds the world's most advanced race car. The engine is perfect. The technology is incredible. But there is no road, no fuel, no place to drive. That is the challenge AI companies are facing. The intelligence is being created faster than the physical world can support it. And this creates a fascinating twist. The companies benefiting from AI are not only the companies creating AI. Some of the biggest winners may be the companies making the things AI depends on, the equipment most people ignore, the machines nobody puts in headlines. Because every AI data center needs an ecosystem. Companies making advanced chips, companies building power systems, companies creating cooling technology, companies manufacturing the infrastructure that keeps everything alive. This has happened before. During the internet boom, people focused on websites, but the companies building the hidden infrastructure underneath the internet became essential. Fiber networks, servers, data centers, and connectivity. AI is creating the same kind of hidden economy, a world where the biggest opportunities are not always the companies with the most famous names. And this leads to the biggest question. If everyone is racing to build AI, who is actually supplying the tools that make AI possible? Because the answer might surprise you. Some of the most important companies in the AI revolution are not AI companies at all. When people talk about the AI winners, one name appears everywhere: NVIDIA. And for good reason. The company makes some of the most important chips powering modern AI systems. But NVIDIA is not the entire AI story. It is only one piece of a much bigger machine, because a chip sitting on a shelf does nothing. A powerful AI processor needs a place to run. It needs electricity, cooling, networking, and specialized equipment connecting everything together. The most important companies in the AI revolution might not be the ones creating artificial intelligence, they might be the ones keeping artificial intelligence alive. Imagine a Formula One car. Everyone knows the driver. Everyone knows the team. But behind that car are hundreds of companies making the tires, sensors, materials, and machines that allow it to compete. AI is becoming the same way. The chatbot is the driver. The infrastructure is the machine underneath. Take cooling. This might be one of the least exciting parts of AI, and one of the most important. AI chips are incredibly powerful, but power creates heat, and heat is the enemy. A data center cannot simply install more computers forever. At some point, it has to answer a very basic question. How do you stop thousands of machines? This is why companies that specialize in data center infrastructure, like Vertiv, build systems that help keep these massive computing facilities operating. Not glamorous, not something people discuss online, but without cooling, the AI revolution slows down. Then there is another hidden battlefield: power management. Companies like Eaton and Schneider Electric make equipment that helps manage electricity inside large industrial facilities. A decade ago, nobody would have predicted that companies making power systems would become part of the AI conversation. But AI changed the definition of what matters. Because the AI race is not one race, it is actually several races happening at the same time. the race to build smarter models, the race to make better chips, the race to build more data centers, the race to secure enough electricity, the race to create the infrastructure underneath all of it. And this is why the gold rush comparison is so interesting. During the California gold rush, thousands of people searched for gold, but many of the people who built lasting fortunes were not miners. They sold tools, they sold supplies, they built the businesses that everyone needed. AI is creating the same pattern. The obvious winners get attention. The hidden winners build the foundation. AI feels like a digital revolution, something that exists inside screens. But underneath the screen is one of the largest physical build-outs in modern history. Buildings, machines, power systems, factories, and supply chains. Thousands of people doing work that most AI conversations completely ignore. The biggest surprise about AI might be this: the future is not being built only by people teaching machines how to think. It is being built by people creating the world those machines need to survive. And maybe that is the real AI race. Not who has the smartest chatbot, but who can build the strongest foundation. Because the next decade may reveal something history has shown us many times before. The companies that change the world are not always the companies everyone is watching. Sometimes they are the ones quietly building the stage before the show begins. Which company do you think holds the real key to AI's future? The ones writing the code or the ones powering the grid? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this deep dive valuable, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story behind the technology shaping our world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.